Hello everybody and welcome to another video. This time we're making part 3 of What If Naruto Was an Uchiha. So the last video blew up as well for my channel, and we went from 7 subs when I made part 1 to 22, and both of them got absolutely, like, the like goals got crashed. So I'm going to make the like goal for the next video 5 likes. Since I do want to continue this What If since it's doing so well, and I'm actually having fun with it. But now let's get straight into part 3. We start this story off as Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi come back to the Leaf after the Land of Waves mission. And after a bit of doing some C, D, and 1 B rank mission, they actually go to Kakashi and ask him why he's been stressed recently. And he tells them that the tuning exams will be happening in about a week. So after a while, they actually start training with Kakashi, and Kakashi is extremely interested in Naruto and Sasuke since the Sharingan actually helps out a ton with learning the Chidori since tunnel vision and all that, yeah. But there's a roadblock for him since so Naruto went into the hot springs one day. He actually met Jiraiya, and Naruto, being more smart, he actually trusts Jiraiya instantly and goes to train with him a bit. And in about 4 days, he learns the summoning jutsu. And he is actually incredibly happy since he can actually now summon Gamabunta, like, easily, like he did was his pain. But he won't learn Sage Mode yet. Now we go to where he actually starts learning the Rasengan, and because of this Sharingan, he sees what Jiraiya is doing, so he copies it, so he has the basics down almost. So as Naruto tries to do a Rasengan, it kind of fails on him, so he just bangs his hand into a tree, and then he gets to rest a bit since that actually hurt a ton. But now we get to the Chunin exams. At the first stage, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura instantly realized that you can just cheat. So Naruto and Sasuke activated their Sharingan and looked what a specific person was doing. They both looked at Sakura since they knew she was actually pretty smart, so they copied all the answers, and when they were done, they just sat down and started to chill until he finally said that the 10th question will begin. Now the 10th question, as usual, will just be that everybody who's in this room has passed, because this test really was about gathering information about in the most secretive way. So now we get to the Forest of Death arc. As Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura walk into the forest, they're actually having it pretty good until Orochimaru attacks. They still make the code, but this time Naruto and Sasuke have a specific code for them too. They will show each other their Sharingan, since that's not a thing you can copy by transforming. So when Naruto goes to take a piss, and Naruto comes back, Sasuke shows him the Sharingan, but he doesn't show it back. So Sasuke immediately throws a kunai at him, since he only repeated what they said before. And Naruto actually got out of the snake incredibly fast using his knowledge and his Sharingan buff. So he actually helped out with Sasuke. And as the fight continued, Naruto actually summoned Gamakichi, but he was in like a bit of a bigger state than usual. So he was actually able to fight Orochimaru with them a bit until Naruto desummoned him after he got hurt. But now we get to the part where Sasuke got his curse mark. As it was paralyzed with fear of the bloodlust, the Orochimaru actually comes over with his neck, and Naruto actually gets up, activating a bit of the Ninetales chakra, and throws Sasuke out of the way, actually getting the curse mark. Orochimaru was incredibly happy that he actually got Naruto with the curse mark, since he can now get an Uchiha body and a Jinchuriki body at the same time. But it will be difficult to tame the Ninetales. But just to be safe, as Naruto collapsed, he went over to Sasuke and bit him too. Since I like the idea of Naruto having a curse mark, I'm actually gonna leave it so the Ninetales actually doesn't reject it. So as Sakura tries to chill a bit, just to relax after all that happened, the Sound Ninja still attack them, and Rock Lee still is best boy and saves her. And we still got that, oh yes, I am so cool now after he cut my hair moment. But now they actually start walking to actually get scrolls, since they kind of need scrolls to pass, and they encounter Kabuto. But Naruto thinks he's kind of sketchy, but it goes away after a bit. They still get trapped in a genjutsu, but Kabuto helps them out with this, and they go hunting for teams and actually find one with the scroll they needed easily, and were able to pass the Forest of Death. Now we get to a bit of a training arc, since I think there was a 1 week pause between that. And in this pause, Naruto actually learns the Rasengan and starts to go to Kakashi to learn the Chidori as well. So, after training with Sasuke and Kakashi a bit, he actually gets the basics down of the Chidori and actually can do 2 Chidoris per day. Since they actually have great chakra loss, and at the level that Naruto is at right now, not really mastering it, he can only do two ones a day. Now we get to the Chunin exams pre-finals, or whatever it is at the start. Naruto begins with his fight with Kiba, and he just smacks him, man. Poor Kiba, he doesn't really have a chance. So Naruto gets on to the next stage. The fight with Ino and Sakura still goes the same way, and goes down as the best fight in Naruto history. No lie, yeah. God, that fight was terrible. Anyways, so Sasuke is still a bit late, since he still wants to practice his Chidori more. So yeah, but the fight with who he's fighting right now, it still goes the same. Oh yeah, he was fighting like the Sound 4 guy. So the fight goes like very well for him. He just kind of collapses him. So Naruto and Sasuke can go back to their usual thing. But until Naruto sees how Neji slaps around Hinata. And in this, what if Naruto actually has like a big crush on her, since he realized that Sakura is just not for him. So when he sees this, he immediately body flickers to her side after she gets absolutely beaten down by Neji. And he threatens Neji that in their fight he will beat the crap out of him. But Neji, thinking he's a prodigy, which he is, but not as much as Naruto here, actually accepts the challenge, and in their fight, they're gonna see who's the best. Wow! Anyways, um, the fight between Naruto and Neji actually goes a lot different in this what if, since Neji actually wants to see if the Byakugan is better than the Sharingan, which it is in some ways not. So, as they begin their fight, Naruto makes a few shadow clones that all go for Neji, but him activating his Byakugan and doing the palm rotation thing where he does the a weird chakra ball around him, blows them away. But this is exactly what Naruto wanted, because as soon as Neji got done with that, he fired a fireball at Neji's face that he was able to dodge. But then Naruto still makes another few clones that all throw kunai at him, And I forgot to mention this before, but Naruto, when he trained with Jiraiya, actually learned how to access some of the Nine-Tails chakra. So knowing that this will be his only way out, he actually takes some of it and then begins to absolutely drop kick him since Nine-Tails chakra is like incredibly good. So after a while of getting beat down, Neji finally begins to realize that the path he was on wasn't really that good. So after the fight is done, and Naruto just stomped him, by the way, and he wins, Neji actually hears about the news that his father didn't die because he needed to protect the main branch, but because he wanted to protect the main branch. Now this is where I'm going to end off this part. If you want another part, you know what you gotta do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, this was Lion Main, and I am out.